Also, I got a reminder that I probably should go ahead and resub. Don't worry, I will. Before the next stream. So yeah, we ended on Thursday with, just before we started in from the cold. That was deliberate. Because I know what's about to come next, and I kind of wanted to put all of the excitement in one stream. But yeah, last Thursday we finished up all the level 82 quests. We saw the effects of a lot of propaganda on the Guardian populace. And we have just now helped a bunch of people from the Tertium to help them get to safety in Camp Broken Glass. And all that we know right now is that the radios in some way are preventing any more people from being tempered to whatever machinations are happening in what is already been called the Tower of Babel. But before we do all of that, and I know that it's very annoying... Nah, hang on. Shall I do that? No. We're going to start with In From the Cold immediately. And then once we're done with In From the Cold, you can see it. We're going to be taking a short break in order to go and get all of these quests done. Because I want to have flying unlocked by the time we start the actual dungeon of this area. So yeah, I assume you're curious about how matters have progressed here in your absence. Quite well, as it happens. Also, hang on. Oopsie. Now that we've procured ceruleum from Tepes 10, the recently repaired heaters can provide much needed warmth. Furthermore, we provided sufficient food for everyone. Those from the Tertium shall find a hot meal waiting upon their arrival. There's one for you, so go ahead and get some well-earned rest. I believe that we're capable of building a ladder or two without your assistance. On your way, might I ask you to see Stola? She was but recently attending to the wounded, but she's meant to be taking a rest herself. See that she is. Just starting off as per usual, kind of relaxing. Hope everyone is having a very lovely Saturday. I have a cup of tea with me right now. Yes, I've been taking proper breaks and imbibing sufficient water. But what of the Warrior of Light? Oh, hang on. Ooh. Archangel of Justice 55, thank you very much for the follow. And hello. Welcome to the stream. You and the Twitter have an established history of reckless disregard for your own well-being. You're all fortunate, we are all fortunate that none of you landed yourself in my care. I've already quite enough to deal with between the tempered and the first wounded. Alas, though I can mend their bodies, the toll their experiences have taken on their hearts and minds is another matter altogether. For their sakes, we mustn't waver, but nor must we rush ahead in eagerness to see the day one, and in so doing invite disaster. Upon setting down for supper, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It's recommended you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Let's settle down for a restful supper. I'm sure nothing bad can happen when we do that. No, not at all. I kind of like this quiet moment after everything that has happened in this area. You know, just... I mean, you can only imagine people have committed suicide in order not to have to deal with us.
Is that all of them?
The last of those who agreed to join us, yes.
You know, just a bit of relaxing.
We left heaters and provisions for those who wish to stay behind. They won't last forever, but hopefully they'll last long enough.
For now, I think everyone's earned a rest. We'll see to those in need of medical attention, so take the others with you and get yourselves some hot soup.
Warmth. At last.
It's amazing what a fire can do to the spirit.
Marvelous, isn't it? All thanks to the resourceful machinists of Ishgard, I might add. On their behalf, I bid you warm yourself to your heart's content.
Hold on. Your people might have scribbled a few things on a piece of parchment, but it was our Minson Smiths that put the bloody things together.
Yes, we of Ferry would very much like to recommend you wash your dishes
Well,
with Ferry.
be that as it may, we single-handedly got the interior heating up and running again, didn't we?
The hells you did! We were there every step of the way.
We? You barely raised a finger to help, you ale-sodden reprobate.
I did a damn sight more than you lily-livered bilge rat.
Take that back!
Make me.
Can you only
I
imagine
will not stoop to your level.
that this is how your saviors react to one another?
Here.
At ease, man. There's nothing funny in it.
Reminds me a lot of Europe.
I'm from Alamigo, but was a conscript until recently. Used to eat this with the officers.
Apparently, it's adapted from a steppe recipe. This is my first time trying it, and I have to say, it's not half bad.
Mmm. It's a bit too flavorful for my liking.
Perhaps compared to what you're used to.
Got myself a lovely cup of green tea actually over here to start the day.
It's the little things that make life worth living, don't you think?
I can't help but think that the Blue Spirit weapons really help add a nice touch to this entire scene.
I know this is not a dream, and yet... I felt the same way at the Dragon Song War's end. Every morning I would step outside and need to be reminded that it wasn't my imagination, that my world had been forever changed. And just as I had grown accustomed to the idea, again you change my world in ways I never thought possible. Were it not for you and your fellow scions, the rifts between man and dragon and myriad tribes might never have been bridged. The Grand Company of Eorzea. The Ilsabard contingent. We owe it all to you. We've shed many tears in recent days, of pain and sorrow, triumph and joy. I much prefer the latter.
We often don't have the luxury of choice. Unfortunately.
Indeed. We can but do our utmost to unite these disparate peoples and lead them to victory.
It is a remarkable achievement. Everything that I and the Populares had hoped for, and more.
Would that it had come sooner.
I mean, the best day to have this happen is yesterday.
Indeed. Too many are not here to see it. And yet, there is a warmth in my breast, as if they still share in this moment.
The second best day is today.
Yes, I know what you mean. On a night like tonight, the wind and cold seem to pass me by.
Oh my god, it's a nice blue hue of calm. Oh. It's actually really nice. Which is why it's so ominous that the radio is suddenly playing.
What? Emperor Varus?
And this is where the terror
Being tempered.
in Terror
The
and Tranquility
talismans.
comes
Quickly!
from.
Save me, brave hero! Ahem. My lord has requested your presence, and I would hate to disappoint him.
You little piece of shit. Welcome to the terror part of today's stream.
The experiment was a success, but I fear our time is short. I shall begin the preparations.
Now, it is time for you to awaken. Good morrow to you. Here, have a taste before it gets cold. Oh, but be sure to remove your helmet. Take a moment, too, to familiarize yourself with that borrowed flesh.
I feel very violated on a level I did not know was possible.
So, how does it feel? I, for one, find those first moments within a new body to be most refreshing. We had a Magitech engineer by the name of Aulus to thank for this method of soul extraction and implantation. I believe the two of you met briefly in Alamigo.
We should have killed him when we had a chance.
His was a rather sticky end, wasn't it? Thankfully, he was thoughtful enough to leave behind his mindjack technology. I took the liberty of making some improvements and selecting you as my esteemed test subject.
You know, at this point, we could scream about wanting our body back, but I feel that this is such a pain in the ass. It's just the perfect way that we would react.
Come now. To us Asians, it is no different from trying on new clothes. Why not make the most of it by partaking in this fine cuisine? I must say, I've gone to great lengths to reunite you with my lord.
You could have just said the calling card. No need for all of this bullshit.
When I discovered that his friend was in this neck of the woods, I suggested inviting you over for dinner. He never deigned to respond, but I took his silence as a resounding yes. Oh my! Daddy is pleased his grumpy little boy has finally found his playmate.
I'll talk about that in a bit.
Ah, exposition is in order.
Thank you, Daniel. So that I do
The Garlean Empire has long outlawed all forms of religion. No gods to worship, no risk of summoning. Brilliantly simple. But people being people must turn to something or someone in their hour of need. Who then? Why, His Radiance the Emperor, of course. As you have observed firsthand, Garlemald has seen better days. The legendary Solus Galvus, dead. Provinces near and far in open rebellion. Our bold new emperor assassinated. And that last one even sparked a civil war. What rotten luck. The people cried out for salvation. Their earnest pleas, one might even call them prayers, a supplication united for the Empire to reclaim her former glory. And so their will did manifest, channeled through the corpse of none other than Emperor Varus himself.
I'm going to go ahead and go and be sick for a bit
And
after hearing all this.
The Savior was born, the embodiment of the Garlean spirit, their anima. It calls to its subjects, compelling them to take up arms and fight. And just as the wealth and power gravitate towards the Empire's capital, so too does ether from every corner of the globe. The towers with which you and your allies have been so preoccupied were created as an extension of Anima itself. An ingenious design. Would you not agree, my lord?
He's been silent, which is not how I remember him being.
Does the pursuit of prey you have bested before excite you?
Sinas, I could not give less of a shit about
Of course
Vehemon.
not.
Ever.
Absent the challenge, the thrill, your prize is a hollow victory. Butchery.
Nobody cares about you. Nobody has asked for your return. Just fuck off. Let us deal with our own bullshit.
Perhaps you think that to be the extent of my promise. I have no doubt fallen in your estimation since Alamigo. Fair enough. But do not let your disdain deprive us, of an opportunity to craft an even more majestic moment of euphoria. I have been honing my craft as I set the stage for our reunion. Wheresoever there is suffering and despair, you appear to fulfill your duty as defender of this star.
I have lots of opinions on Xenos. I will wait with them until we are...
chaos and destruction that my hordes have wrought are my gifts to you alone.
I'll be waiting with that though for a bit until later on in today's stream.
At a loss for words? No matter. As you will learn, I have only just begun.
Oh, will you not finish your meal?
There is only one thing that can sate my hunger, and it would seem my friend has lost his appetite. I hoped this display of civility might prove an entertaining diversion, but clearly we are above such pretensions. While my lifeless body was in the possession of the Ascian, I too claimed another's as my own. It was an enlightening experience to fight in an unfamiliar form. Flaws and failings in my technique were plain to see. Whence rises one's true strength? The flesh? The soul? Perhaps you should like to discover the answer for yourself.
My apologies, I'm back from being sick.
Or together.
Hi, MB. Hope you're doing well. We have just started
Oh dear!
one of the two.
Whatever would happen if my lord were to greet your friends as you?
I know, I hate it too.
shudder to imagine what carnage he would wreak. We'd better hurry if we want to avert the bloodbath. You can thank me later for my generosity.
Today is going to be quite a stream, MB. We've got a lot to go through. So yeah, I have opinions on Xenos. And I don't mean within the story, but I mean as a character used in the story. And they aren't positive in the slightest.
Ah, there it is. Your camp, I believe. If I were to hazard a guess, I would say that you, the other you, is making his way there as we speak. Alas, this you will have to walk from here. Or run, if you can manage it. My lord would be cross if I made it too easy. Such ingratitude. I'd not squander this fighting chance. After all, you've obstacles enough to overcome. Right on cue. Tempered soldiers, with standing orders to kill those not sworn to anima. Under normal circumstances, you would make short work of them. But on this occasion, the odds are not so heavily stacked in your favor.
I have a very specific problem with this singular quest. Ignoring the mechanical problems that come with it. Which is that this quest serves no purpose in the narrative. That is going to be my biggest problem here. Is this quest serves zero purpose, this quest serves zero need, it only exists in order to give some form of shock value. To basically connect to a plot point that has not been brought up, that doesn't go into the implications of the plot point. It is just there, I feel, in order to make Garlemald have like more impact, but it does it in, for me at least, the worst way this game can do it in. And this is the first of a few quests where I actively just retched from that I couldn't believe that it made it into the game. Anyway, we have 35 minutes. And we have but one purpose. To get the hell out of Dodge. This is one of the first quests that the majority of the community was in agreement of. But they had no idea how to even acknowledge what had just happened. Like, this is a quest that just has no reason to be in this game. At all. And that's ignoring my immense problems with Xenos as a character. Like, I know a lot of people in the community like to be happy about him and be like, oh, he's so amazing. No, he isn't. He's pointless. There is no reason for his existence.
Given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, it would perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows. Scurrying about like a rodent.
Like, what is the real purpose of this quest? And I'm not really going to be saying too much. Other than that, this is just a bad redesigned quest. And one of the reasons is something like this, where through sheer dumb luck, your precious resources might have dwindled. So yeah, I'll be honest, I don't even remember how to do this quest because I have kind of destroyed it from my mind. Okay, so we're not going that way. Especially because there's zero direction given to you. there. Okay, there we go. That's where we need to go next. That is our current goal. What I did wrong the first time around is that I didn't look at this immediately, which the game gives no direction in. Have to risk it. Especially because it just is completely and utterly unclear. Like, it's pretty clear you need to start moving into that direction soon. But it's pretty unclear how to get to that point. Which I get what they are trying to do in regards to this quest, but it's just bad design. This is one of the few quests where my honest opinion is that the game has made a mistake. Because the game especially is not designed around the idea of stealth. Like, I don't know what is going to set them off. Like, I genuinely have no idea what's going to set them off and what isn't. And like I said, in my opinion, it's just honestly just bad design. But that's enough complaining. Let's just go and do this. You could just, I don't know, move the fuck on. I'm not going to be saying too much. Okay, good. So we have and the problem also as well is it isn't clear which one of I get, like I said, I get what they were kind of trying to go for here. It just hasn't been worked out in a way that, to me at least, is satisfying. Where do I go from here? Avoid the match tag. I've already looked there. I know that there is a matchstick that I need to find here. Let me go. It's just that I'm not 100% certain where it is. Which I think is part, like I said, I get that it's part of the idea. Just press the second button. Okay, so there's nothing. There we go. There's the one that I need. Oh, 1 second. Like, once we have the once I have found the magic tech, then this part is going to be easy enough. It's just finding it. But I think I have found it. Never mind, I have not. Come on, buddy, don't hit the dang. There we go! There's it, that's the one I'm looking for, the immobilized Magic Tech Reaper. You are the one that I'm looking for. Yeah, find the identification key and fuel. Now, the fuel we found earlier. Just need to run back to it. I believe the fuel's somewhere over there. There's also an identification key, which I think is there, but I'm not certain. Let's first go and have a look at this Deceased Imperial. A couple of Deceased Imperials, actually. not it. I think the quest is designed around the idea that you spend the first 15 or so minutes on this part of the quest. But I'd rather not risk it. Except that we have a teacher that is helping. It's not a medical kit, that's not what I need. Okay, where was that matchstick again that I saw earlier? I think it's somewhere around here. There we go, that's it. That's where I need to be. Now, the slasher we at the moment can't really do much against. For me, I have a bunch of medkits. Just in case. Okay, there we go. Come civilian tank. Now, all we need to do is move. Okay, you're looking that way. Come on, buddy. Good boy. Same with you. Come on, buddy. Come on. Okay, let's see. Come on. Move it. He's not going to move, then I'm going to. Don't have time to go ahead. Yeah, but then. I'm just gonna go ahead and let this play out. And we're going to be trying it again. What I'm especially annoyed at is the fact that they have forced you to go through the entire cutscene again. Like, I did this on normal, so we're going to be finishing this on normal, but... yeah, I also have like around roughly an hour for each quest at the moment. So... first step is finding the thing, and then from there we can go ahead and move on. As you can see how these attacks are normally
Not bad at all, given your diminished capacity. Nevertheless, 'twould perhaps be prudent to keep to the shadows, scurrying about like a rodent.
Now go down to the deceased material right there. Let's... Come on, buddy. Move. Out of the way, please. You have stuff that I want. It might have stuff that I want. Oh, never mind. This entire area is going awful. And was also utterly pointless. Okay, hang on. I think I know where I am now. Yes. Okay, so if I move down that way, then we should be moving towards the match attack. Because for some reason they don't allow you to just grab the stuff immediately. You first have to find. There we go. That's the immobilized match attack. Now we can go ahead and work on the next step, which is finding the fuel. Okay, good. Got a depleted material. Found a medkit. This is also good. Don't have much to say at the moment, it's just, you know, this is the shit quest. And I don't have many ways to say that without starting to repeat myself. Go to the next sack, that is the small sack. Good. I don't think that's the magic that we need. But it could be wrong. No, it isn't. There we go. There's the magic that we need. You have to go and quickly check here with the deceased Imperial. Just taking the same road back. Without, if possible, there we go. Come on, buddy, move. I've got quite a ways to run. Okay, past the two tempered Imperials. Good. Already slain the one here, so that does help. But I'm getting the feeling that I know where the other one is. Or where the cockpit thing is. Yeah, I'm right, and I'm not happy about it. Okay, there we go. Thank you. And now we're done past with the first part, we can go and start doing the second part. Which is tower defense. That way. There's the doggos. Okay. It sucks, but I can deal with them. We are beyond the part that's the most annoying. That's the important bit. Don't worry, the dungeon that will come after this is a lot more fun. Return up, please. I don't have anything, so if I die here, then I would have to redo the entire quest. Which for obvious reasons would be a bit of a shame. As we rescue more people. We do get more help. Oh, there we go. Yeah, now for now we get medical kits as well. Yeah, the hardest part is over. It is, I will say this, the fact that you are fighting alongside Guardians is nice, but that doesn't make it better. Yeah, no, we're dead. Okay, good. Okay, so this is the meant to happen. Good, okay. This is planned. Don't worry about it. Unable to escape the blast, you begin to lose consciousness. Never mind, it's the wrong button. The last of your strength, crawl to Camp Broken Glass. I can tell you right now that's not going to happen. The game will at some point, you know, just tell you like, yeah, sure, you've made it. Like, I believe this is the barrier in regards to this specific quest. Like, once you get past here, it is assumed that you find the strength to run onwards. There you go. Somehow not the worst quest in this game. In this expansion, I mean. Which sucks to hear, but yeah, like this expansion has a lot of good, and I've praised it a lot, but I should also be able to...
It is a miracle we were able to restrain the Tempered without suffering casualties.
To tell you when it sucks, and this is one of those
A welcome one. Arun, Senna and the others have their hands full as it is. Thankfully, there are enough scales for everyone.
And what of Euless? His symptoms were particularly severe.
They were, but others fared still worse, including some brought back from the Magna Glacius. As those in most desperate need take priority, it may be a while before he receives treatment. But rest assured that he will. In the meantime, we must find our missing friend. May the Fury guide you.
Of all the bloody times for a disappearing act.
Right when the first wave struck, we'd be fools to think it a coincidence. But where even to begin the search? No one saw him leave in the chaos, and we've no trail to follow.
While I know full well he can handle himself, I worry all the same.
Ah, speak of the devil.
Well, time to call off the search.
Case closed.
That's him. Over there.
Aye, 'twould appear so. Thou art struggling to perceive his presence?
I am. Perhaps, in the aftermath of the wave, there is some residual effect interfering with my faculties. But... where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Now, all's well that ends well. Are you all right?
Are you all right?
Who are you?
Sadly, that is all we have time for today. The effect has run its course, and back to your own bodies you must go. But where are my manners? You have all traveled so very far, and I've yet to pay my respects. Though in my defense, I was ill-prepared to receive so many uninvited guests. As such, preliminary entertainments were in order. A handful of tempered soldiers to hamper your progress. Refugees to command your attention while I siphon the ceruleum from the shadows. Particularly effective.
I have opinions.
Charitable souls that you are, you bent over backwards to aid them, heedless of the delay, predictable to a fault. And so my plan approaches completion unhindered. Anima will soon have absorbed the requisite amount of ether, and then shall come the spectacle to end all spectacles. The eldest and most powerful of primals will awaken, and all shall bear witness to the final days!
The gods themselves will be my meal. Your dear companions my dessert. Upon this world I'll feast, and death shall follow in my wake. All your hate, all your rage, you will render unto me.
I have opinions on this cutscene. The problem is I can't really speak too much.
For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
But I can't say too much until later on in the expansion. So...
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
All I will say about this entire quest is that my reaction now is fundamentally different from the one I had when I first played this in December.
Thank goodness.
And there's a reason for that difference.
I am pleased to report you are very much alive.
Not certain how pleased I am about that report, but fair enough.
Everything in working order? That's a relief. Oh, and before I forget, thanks for coming to our rescue.
Yeah, I hope you're doing well, Umbi.
Given recent events, I would be surprised if you weren't feeling a bit poorly. A hearty meal and a long rest would be my recommendation under normal circumstances, but these are anything but. If Van Daniel's boasts are to be believed, we must act quickly. Once you've blown away the cobwebs, we can discuss preparations for our assault on the Tower of Babel.
And before we're going to be doing that, we're first gonna go ahead and get all of the other quests in this area that give us ether currents. Simply because I always kind of want to end an area in a way that allows me to then also immediately finish everything up. You're certain you're well? Nothing out of place? No missing bits? Good, though I won't promise the same for Vandania or Xenos after I'm through with them. How much must these people suffer before they're satisfied? How many cruel, pointless tricks must they play? Prelude to the final days, oh no. This ends now. Before we go ahead and do Great Way of the Gods, we're gonna go ahead and do a couple of other quests. Because I want to be able to fly here later on. Now let me go ahead and start talking a bit more about Final Fantasy Saturdays. What this means is that in all the content that is going to be Final Fantasy focused is going to be on a Saturday. That does not mean I'll wait with the new patch content until Saturday. It just means that I'll be any Final Fantasy streaming will be happen on Saturday unless it is something that is so gods darn important, yippee-ki-yay, wow, everyone will like this, that I will stream it on the day itself. Should I raid at any point in 6.2? No guarantees. Then I will go ahead and stream that on the evenings that is being raided. But that would be in addition to my normal content, not in spite of it. So yeah, all these quests are like, a couple of them are preloads to, I think 6.2 is going to add another tribe to the mix. But I think Garlemald will have, I kind of hope that Garlemald will have its own questline attached to it. But anyway, something, we need to go ahead and get stuff. We need to, basically, this entire questline that I'm just kind of skipping through is all about getting cerulean pumps up and running. And allowing for, you know, to kind of help pave the way for Garlemald to once again become its usual funky self. Just without less of a murdering if possible, please. So yeah, we're doing this first. And then we're going to start the Tower of Babel. It's the 83 dungeon. Take a look at where the other one is, because I don't remember. Oh, there we go, there it is. You are level 9. Oh, you're doing the... I know what you're doing. Woo! In a few weeks when we get there, that's going to be quite a trip. Okay, let's go to unlock gemstones as well. I still need to do it. I still actually need to do even like the Shadowbringers fates because I'm just lazy. Like on my EU account. Yeah, like it's a way to kind of it's a way for them to kind of try and get people to do fates, but it's for me. It's like, what is it, 60 or it's like, what is it, 67 fates or something like that you need to do in each area. It just is just over 300. I know that they take like 10 minutes at most to complete, but that doesn't change. You know, that doesn't change the fact that they're still very annoying. Anyway, that's 1 out of 4 quests done. You only get best 11 gold up and running. And we're only looking at things that we could have reasonably gotten during the main quest line. Like if the... Oh, hang on. Area is still not in the mood for that. Like if, for example, a quest line is going to... Or if an Epicurrent is going to throw us into this direction, we will do it as part of running towards the dungeon. That's kind of how we're doing this. We have still 5 more to go. Like this one throws us northwest, which is over here, which we can do, but if it throws us in this part of the city, then we won't do it. I mean, I guess I might as well go and do it anyway, like, in case I forget. Okay, so where do you want me to go? Designated locations, Jesus. So while we have some downtime, before we start the next part, how are you all doing today? Like, it's hot in here because we are slowly but steadily going up towards 30 degrees tomorrow. And then 29 on Monday. So it is going to be hot. But hey, you know, that's the way it is sometimes. You know, it's not like humanity to go out and do anything about it. Oh boy, where did that cousin came from? But yeah, so tomorrow we'll be doing some Hitman. We're entering Colombia. It's going to be fun. And I've already seen one way in which I want to escape that is going to be reasonably fun. But that will be like at the end of that stream. But for today, it says Terror and Tranquility. I will say this, we go until the 83 trial. And for anyone that has played Endwalker, you should know when the stream ends today in that case. It's a very specific point. For the next stream is called Fun and Games. So we have quite a while to go. If you think, and technically it's only 2 quests away, if you're like, oh, 3 quests for 4 hours, there's a bit more attached to that. There's quite a bit more attached to that. Okay, let's now go to 13. And this is actually the reason that I didn't stream immediately, because there is so much that happens in like just a few quests. That I probably would have gone like, oh, I will quickly do the 83 quest. Yeah, that's not how this works. We have children are our future. Yeah, as you can see, not the most fun place on Earth. It's also now a temple night. Allows us to, I believe it's that quest specifically is like about something. I will say this. Irrespective of what I just said, if you Garlemald, I feel, has the best side quests of this expansion. Because they all help flesh out just how broken the entire region is. Let me first go here. First do that over here. So I definitely feel like a lot of other quests in this in this expansion give like more flavor to the areas, but I feel in Garlemald it's more poignant because of all the events that happen here. You know, like it's basically the difference between give me 5 boar skins because I'm a tanner and give me 5 boar skins because we need them to survive. You know, like it's desperately cold and we don't have any way to heat ourselves otherwise. Like, context can add a lot of flavor to what's essentially the same quest as per usual. Also, I hope the audio mixing is actually good, because I feel like sometimes the music is a bit too soft. But I think this is as it should be. To the west, okay. Hang on. Let me see here. Okay, I see how I need to go about that. Now, obviously, if you're flying, then this quest is rather easier, but you can't even do this quest without a bit flying, so not like it matters. North 11 Yalms to the west. Okay, so we keep on going west. Two Yalms to the... Are you having a giggle, mate? Oh, never mind. I see where it is. Let's trying to figure out. Okay, never mind. I see where we need to go. I will say this the first time that I saw that Ephraim, I was like, wait, what? How the hell did they want to... Oh, there is a... The road is split in twain. Actually, we streamed New Vegas earlier this year. An area that this reminds me a lot of is actually... Christ. Lonesome Road. Okay, so I can't enter that. Trying to find the road up to... There we go. Found him. Boyo, we're trying to save you. Also, the paralysis is my own fault. There we go. Let's go to grab our destination. Let's see if we can find our little friend. Skip cutscene. Oh, we're both doing the same quest. Both doing the quest at the same time. Okay. It's just like we're both doing it all at the same time. It's like I can just follow them. Hello, ballerina. You have no idea about this. You have no idea, you don't even know this, but you're on stream right now. Come on, get out. We've got more stuff to do today. I don't have much to say. It's like we are both doing the same stealth mission at the moment. It's like, this is so dumb. I will say this, even back when I was doing this during launch, I had never had a moment where the stealth missions were done with 2 people at the same time. So we just, this is one of those moments that, like, definitely make Final Fantasy 14 more worth it than normal. It's like when you are both doing the same quest, so you can kind of help one another out. Although it seems like this person is not in the mood to help me out, so fuck it. There we go. Oh, while we're here, might as well go and search for a child that isn't really lost. Probably because you probably aren't meant to actually, you know, teleport back in. Anyway. That's the cutscene. Pleasure doing business. I mean, I'm kind of thinking about what I will be eating for dinner, because there's much to talk about at the moment, apart from the many things that I've already said, such as just how beautiful this entire area and how solemn this entire area is. So for dinner, like, I still have some potatoes left, so I'm thinking of like potatoes with peas and maybe like shawarma or something like that, and then in a nice curry sauce. That would work. Okay, now up for the annoying part. The eater compass. And I know which one we're going to be doing first, so let's just, you know, just go ahead and make our way towards there. Go to each currents. See that we have 4 government ones done, which means the last one is the dungeon, as per usual. Like, the last quest of any given area is always the moment that you unlock flying, and the other 5 are just out in the wild. I mean, I think if you have made it to this point in the game, you know what 8 cones are and how they work. Let me see here. Southwest. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, region Urbanizo is pleased with the sun, the snow, everything just always works out so well for us. Okay, so we need to go south. Assuming it's in like one of the ruined buildings around here. Southeast. Yeah, there we go. Okay, next up. I know which one that one is. I think there are like 3 in the area that we have not yet discovered, because I've been reasonably diligent in grabbing all the ones that I can. Oi! Go away! Come on, good boy. Yes, there we go, see? You just have to run up on that ramp. So my current prediction is that Anima is going to be the trial. And that we basically, you know, like we have the Tower of Babel, we get to the tower, and then we have like the last boss fight at the Tower of Babel, and then we have like Anima. Surely they wouldn't like throw a fake out in there. There we go, next up. Southwest. Blob. It might actually be inside of this tower. Answer to that is new. Okay, we are now entering an undiscovered part of the area. Good. Yep, southwest. Oh yeah, I think it's in there. I don't know why I remember like the ether currents more so in this area than any other, but I think it's because of the impact that Garlemald has on the majority of players. Like it's one of those areas that you can't really forget if you played it. Which is a good thing. Let me see here. Now on to the west, so that's 2 more to go. I believe the last one is in the abandoned train station between here and Camp Broken Steel. Come on, buddy. Away from the suburbs we go. I also like this because this. I also kind of like these craters because they imply that the people have been shelling themselves, which is a reasonably terrifying idea. Just it means I'm kind of keeping everything in mind. Yep, there we go. There's actually one other spot that I kind of want to go to because I want to do everything that we can do in Garlemald. At least, you know, ignoring side quest. To the south, okay. Like, the idea is that by the end, there's no undiscovered land left, so I will need to completely go up there. Made it Calvary. Looks a lot like Odin, actually. It's probably deliberate. Yeah, I kind of figured the last one would be here. This was obviously like a railroad highway combination where like the train tracks would swift towards there, meanwhile the road itself, the highway, would move into the city proper. Southeast, okay, never mind. It is still a very contemplative area. Especially now with the music having, the evening music having kicked in. You know, it's an area of, after everything we've done, it's a nice bit of contemplation. To just let our thoughts free. to kind of do as we see fit. There you go, that's the last one. And before we do continue on with quests, we're going to move in there. And obviously, the reason I'm doing this right now is because once you have flying, well, first of all, you can't really do anything without, you can't really do this with flying. But it gives you a different perspective on Garlemald. I think that is the big thing why I remember this area so much, is that depending on before and after the dungeon here, you get a new, you have two different perspectives on the entire thing and on the adventure you've been on so far. Okay, hang on, I will need to get myself some heirloom. I will need to get rid of those. Like, the thing is, this is a very forgotten area of the map that I don't think anything... the main story never leads you here. Which is a bit of a shame. Like, I'm not certain if any other quest, like, leads you there, but it's... You know... It's a shame. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on, shall we? Into Gateway of the God. Are you well enough to make your report? Why, yes I am. I've just been walking all around Garlemald. I think I'm awake enough. This anima was summoned with the corpse of Emperor Varus. Does their depravity know no bounds? Seems not. More to the point, we can surmise that a wave of ether issued not from the Tower of Babel, but from the primal lurking within. A primal whose cry rang more loudly in your ears than in ours. If you were taken to the tower itself, then this proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is the beating heart of the Telophoroid's machinations. In which case, we have some highly relevant information. As many of you know, ever since we dispatched troops to free the Levailleurs, we've been developing a plan to infiltrate the tower. According to Tancred and his scouts, the main structure is lousy with tempered and enemy match tank. Furthermore, the road leading to it has collapsed, making it difficult to approach in numbers. Thus, do we propose dividing our forces into two parties, one to distract and one to infiltrate. The divisionary force will be comprised of the Isgardian, Gridanian and Laminsan delegations. They will begin the construction of bridges to make the Telophoroid believe we are marching upon the tower. Meanwhile, the best suited of our Alamegan, Oldan and Eastern comrades will use a different method of ingress. Look here. The facility marked in red is the Enceladum, a vast magitech manufactory. But the freight tunnel connecting it to the Isla Imperial Palace remains intact. While the Telophoroid's attention is elsewhere, our infiltration force can use it to enter the tower undetected. Beware, however, that the underground rail network remains very much operational. The Tempered are using it to bring supplies to the tower even now. If it can carry their material, it can carry us too, providing we sneak aboard the trains. Indeed. The Scions will lead the infiltration party. Once inside, you must locate and dispatch Vandanio and Xenos. We'll get our fill. You and me both. How quickly can we enact this plan? Daniel made it quite clear that haste is a priority. Of paramount concern, even, assuming he didn't name the tower Babylon or Win. In Amon's time, it meant Gateway of the Gods. Xander used it to refer to a void gate, but in this case, it's almost certainly alludes to something altogether greater. The eldest and most powerful of primals. All the more reason to act now. The rest of the contingent is aware of the plan and are ready to move at a moment's notice. You are to proceed north to Forum Patterns. Lisa's group will meet you there. As ever, we are grateful for your foresight. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Spare no effort in your preparations. Speak with Lisa. I don't wanna. But the music has kicked into an heroic march. So yeah, we are very close to finishing up Garlemald. Like I said, I have about an hour for each quest. There's a reason for that. 4 quests in about 5-ish hours, taking half an hour for any side activities. Welcome to Forum Patterns. Tribe, the way into the tunnel is clear. We've made sure of it. Oh, well, my bunny to punch out too. Barely enough cloth to swaddle a newborn. Clearly you've spent too long around this feral dog of a dog. What's your tongue for? I'll place the feeling to the crowd. I'm not even going to say this. That's not even getting talk with me. Like, I'm not going to gain this fight with a conversation. Hello everyone. All set for battle, I see. Yes, free of unnecessary encumbrances, if you're rather more susceptible to the cold. Let us review our strategy, quickly, if you don't mind. Pippin's group has already gone to the Enceladum. We are to meet them there. We wait until the tempered attention is drawn by our divisionary force, then we sneak onto the train. Next up, the Tower of Babel. If any, tempered included, are injured, we Xenia will heal them. Your science must press on, no matter what. We should avoid moving as a group until we're underground, so we'll need to make our own ways to the Enceladum. See you there. Is it Enceladum? No. It's never said out loud in game, so. Look at that, in the shadow of the tower. Let us speak with Pippin, shall we? After we have achieved mapping the realm, Garlemald. You're hearing that because this is the music for stuff's about to kick off. This is the kick-ass music of this expansion MB. Hell, it's good to see you, tribe. Yeah, it's the 83 dungeon. We heard that you collapsed, but were given only the most cursory explanation. I'm glad you recovered, and quickly enough to take part in the operation at that. As you will have heard, we've secured the way in. Some of you are to remain behind to keep your escape route clear. Our comrades from Lentil Stairs will lead the way into the station. I'll join you soon. Let's proceed into the station, shall we? This is everyone. God damn it, I was hoping that... Yeah. That is the sound of explosions. Many explosions. Consider the enemy and truly distracted. Time to go! Our primary objective is, of course, the Telophoroid's leaders. But should we be presented with an opportunity to vanquish Anima, we must seize it. If it is indeed the force behind the towers, destroying it will deliver our allies from the Telophoroid's reign of terror. And I, for one, would not see the Garleans people manipulated any longer, be it by Primal Essien or anything else. Here, there's been enough of that. We came to help the people of Garlemald, and that's what we're going to do, together. Till the very end. The train should be along any moment now. Prepare to board, everyone. Isn't it such a shame that I'm going to be taking a break just before we enter the dungeon? The Tower of Babel, now accessible. A new regular duder has been added to the thing. We're going to be taking a short 5-minute break. I'm also going to throw in an ad, so, you know, so that you don't see ads during this dungeon itself. I'll be back in 5 minutes. So, yeah, and then we're going to start the Tower of Babel. And we're back. There we go. Kind of allowed everything to do its thing. So, before we do anything, let's first go ahead and find ourselves some... Yeah, no, we do actually need those. Able to plug it on the place here. Well, so be it! From the ruins of the Guardian Imperial Palace rises the Tower of Babel, a monstrous edifice constructed by Fandanio and Xenos enthralled hordes. But its exact purpose is yet to be ascertained. It is here that the would-be orchestrators of the final days await the Warrior of Light, who now spearheads a daring mission to infiltrate the tower and vanquish the Delothroi once and for all. Let's do this, shall we? Now all we have to do is wait for a bit. There we go. Tank privileges are always amazing. Let's do this, shall we?
Now or never.
Let's do this. Welcome to the Tower of Babel. I'll be your tour guide for today. So yeah, Tower of Babel will have three very distinct areas in them. We will go over them as we enter them, but first step is the train. Which I will say, quite the way to enter is quite the entrance. And I will say, I really like the music of the Tower of Babel. I can't really hear it at the moment over the train. But I do recommend that you have a listen to it. It is my favorite dungeon track of Endwalker. So far, so good. There we go. Hello, buddy. Oh, hang on, pardon me. That is going on link. Slow people down. We've obviously seen this enemy before. Kind of the idea is that a lot of the enemies, especially in this dungeon, you will have to fall to the floor at some point. Into the first boss. Say hi to Barnabas. And to Lugay, which I believe is a brother of. Which, it is implied that you will see him again. You will never see him again, I think. Like, I don't remember exactly, but I think he's nowhere. He doesn't show up anymore. I was the opposite attract. Yes, opposite attract. There we go. Of the arena. It's actually a meta that has changed. Like, I remember the time when the tanks were meant to put them like at the north, mostly for east purposes, but nowadays it's in the middle because of all the rotations that are going on. There we go, start rumble. At least step 1. There got after there's still more bosses to go, but you've seen all the mechanics and the bosses that you probably do. Yeah, I might as well go inside. Seeing the somebody is using his Phoenix, which is good. That to me implies that somebody knows what he's doing, based on what I've seen. See, I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I do actually know what I'm doing. I've had to run this dungeon quite a few times actually to level up my my tanks. So. There we go, moving on into the second part of this dungeon, which is just a normal dungeon run. Or is it? Everyone here? Yes, okay, good. Let's go with it. There we go. Let's go up, shall we? So yeah, this is going to be all the way up until, I believe, martial conditioning. We will only be going up the elevator. But I could be wrong there. Which makes sense, like considering how far up above we need to start going. It makes sense that our dungeon is mostly gonna be up instead of horizontal like the Tower of Zod was. I also like the fact that in the background you can like see your companions help along. Like it's a nice detail. So I also love that there are like enemies in here. I'm like, yes, it's an elevator. What do you expect? Wait, got the Bubble Colossus and the Bubble Weir cards. Sure, don't fall off. Let's move us in towards martial conditioning, shall we? Oh wait, hang on, this. Yep. I forgot about it. There is still actually a part that we need to go to. Oh, okay, so there's like quite a little nothing. Okay. Okay, I guess. That part was pointless. But that's okay, like it still gets some variety. Now this is all I can have seen actually in the trailer. Is it? Oh well, never mind. Never mind, Luge is still here. Hiya, Luge. Seems like you've transformed yourself into a robot. That's okay. Yeah, his attack weapons aren't once again not too hard as usual in dungeons. No, using the quick one. I think there is a gimmick to this fight, but if there is, I've forgotten about it. Ah, now I remember. So yeah, the basic idea is that you go ahead and make yourself tiny. So as you can see, in spite of that, we're still doing a lot of damage. We don't have to sit around there and wait around. Don't have to wait around the fuck about. Oh, he's the person in charge of this entire place. Oh no. it's all about managing to sneak in some more attacks. Oh god, that is the worst healing that I've, or the worst one I've seen in a while. You don't know what I'm talking about? Don't worry about it. There we go, and show me that. Oh wait, hang on. I'm an idiot. So when we get to the final section, then we have to go into the Iron Room. And you might recognize this place. This is where Anima first showed up. Okay, everyone here. Good. This is where we all met and had a lovely drink, I guess. Welcome to the Ethereal Distortion. You might already see what the next fight is going to be. And the funny thing is that when I first actually came here, because I came here on like, I believe it was like day, must have been like day 2 or something of the expansion. I was here with a bunch of other people, and we were all just kind of sitting there in a gobsmack like, okay, if this is going to be the boss fight, what's going to be the trial? Well, who knows? I know. And you will know too in a few hours. Oh, no, no. To be on the safe side. I know that Hell is not meant to be an oh shit button, but I think that is also a way to just go ahead and pull more enemies than you're probably normally capable of. On. So you find element. Yes, I'm aware of the fact that I'm clicking my button. Don't worry about it. Anyway. Let's go ahead and make our way on to Anima. And say hi. To the Iron Womb. And don't forget to say hi as well to Icon of Icons, Anima. And Anima, actually, I have a theory about the fact that Anima might have at some point been or was meant to be a trial, but at some point in development was changed. Could also just be my own speculation, but there is one thing that kind of makes me believe that Because this final boss is a bit different from all the other final bosses in dungeons. Right. And yeah, those are all dead people, or those are all people praying round about just like the sound before. And this is the reason why I think that this might be either originally been a boss design or an 8-man raid or something else, because there is no other boss, including following this dungeon, that has a second phase like this in the middle of their own fight. Although I will say this, the final boss, or the final boss music does make this entire thing a lot more epic than it probably should be. Keep my running. There we go, that's Chaos killed. We killed Chaos, ladies and gentlemen. You are allowed to use that joke now. Now it's just a repeat of the patterns that we've seen before. Incapable, unable to kill us in even his own version of the world. He just has to resort to normal means. And I think all of these are also alive, like they're a bit like a... I think that these people are a bit like the Total Result equivalent. Almost done. And there we go. We have beaten Anima. And we are now level 85 as well. Cutscene. Look at the loot salt bag, which is pointless for us. So there we go. That's Anima beaten. Like, yeah, that's like the entire reason. Like, the plot of Endwalker is like going fast. Or is it?
Farewell, Varys. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Come. The other two await.
This madness ends here!
Oh, hush. This is the best part.
Enough!
I love how bored he is when he says that. That is actually a good. Never mind.
Oh, mighty Zodiac! Awaken from your slumber and descend!
Yeah, if you thought that
Some manner of magical defense.
if you thought that the 2.0 crystal thing was all but a sick joke, then no, it's not. Just took 4 expansions for it to pay off.
Kryl? But how?
The shackles that bind my adversary will not be so easily broken.
Hydaelyn, feeble relic of a forgotten age. Hark! Victory is mine!
Well, that kind of ended in a whimper.
No more ether. And I was so close.
Oh no, whatever shall you do now?
My lord, a slight change of plans. We shall travel to the moon and break this wretched barrier ourselves.
Whatever it takes.
What was that?
The final order issued by Anima to the Tempered Thralls. Should the Empire fall, the world must share our fate.
Of course. Father lacked the conviction to give such a command. The abomination born of his flesh was but a puppet, and I the puppeteer.
You madman, you monster!
There's a funny joy in watching your flailing attempts to fight the inevitable. You're all going to die, and they're powerless to prevent it. We really must be on our way. You're welcome to give chase, provided you are content to leave comrade and tempered alike to die screaming.
I have asked too much of this child. Tend to her. The last brand at Mare Lamentorum is yet unbroken. Zodiac remains bound. I have shifted the flow of ether and sent the enemy far from their destination. Now, I shall divert it once more. An ally awaits, and I will deliver you unto him.
Okay, good to know.
Seek his aid. Restore the seal. Zodiac must not be set free.
The Tempered are running wild. Not only those at the tower, but those back at the camp. The others are doing their best to contain them, but the situation is growing beyond our control.
Leave them to die or give up the chase. Just like Fandaniel said.
You're going alone?
Yes, that's what I just said, I believe.
You have our trust and our faith. I pray we have yours. Our friends and the Tempered need our help. We will save as many as we can, I swear.
Well, you better.
Once we have matters well in hand, we'll join you on the moon. Until then, be careful. There's no telling what you'll find.
This is but the second of 5 quests. Don't worry, this stream is not going to take 6 hours. If all of the Tempered are affected, Julius and his comrades are likely to put up quite a struggle. We'll find a way to save them. We must. I only pray we are not too late. In the meantime, may the 12 carry you to victory. You may now enter the tower bubble with the pointy of the NPC avatars. To make sure use of this feature, open the first interface to log into the duty in the main menu. There we go, a trip to the moon! My apologies, I was lost in thought. This device is of elegant design, which leads me to think I was right about Fandaniel. No matter what he claims, he still has an attachment to the trappings of his past. Whether knowing this will make your path forward clearer, I cannot say, but bear it in mind. But let us turn to the task at hand. As Heidelin said, the flow of ether will transport you to Mare Lamentorum. We must hope this ally of hers can provide you with the necessary assistance to restore the seal before Xenos and Fandaniels arrive to stop you. It seems we are ever one step behind, but I have faith that you will make up the difference. Know that whatever awaits, our prayers are with you. Now go! Beyond the sky! Are we all ready for a trip to the moon, kiddos? Because I know I am.
long, long before Dalamud was forged to imprison an Elder Primal. The eldest of them all, savior of the star, was sealed within a moon of his own. Souls sacrificed to grant him life still slumber and dream of the day he and we will be made whole. Here he waits, in this cold, barren place, his cradle and his grave. Silent lamentations and prayers of hope echo soundlessly to a sundered star, adrift and alone.
Welcome to Mare Lamentorum. Welcome to the moon. You with me. Ireland's champion. Hello. Hello, Archangel. Hope you are doing well. We have just now entered the moon. And this is only the 4th of 6 areas, ladies and gentlemen. The game has... I will say this, we are very close to the point where the trailer itself stops giving hints as to what's going to happen. First things first, let's go ahead and kick off the Aetheryte. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. We are currently... The first time I got here, it was such a kick. It was just pure amazement to be like it was on December. It was like, it must have been like midnight or something that it came. It was... yeah, the tower is definitely a thing, but unfortunately we first need to go here. The tower, we will get there. Okay, never mind, I'm not going to say it. Anyway, we must return. Oh, hang on. Oh, bad. Oh, no, bad. I like the fact though that they are like using enemies to kind of symbolize the grief and lamentations that these people have been going through for untold millennia. Come on, buddies, over here. And yeah, like, there's actually a very interesting little thing behind the tower that I'm not going to spoil quite yet. Yeah. There we go. Speak with the ancient spirit again, okay? I will say this though, it is an absolutely beautiful tower. Like, just design-wise, it looks gorgeous. Which I guess, I would almost say, which I guess makes sense because of the gravity, but I don't know what the actual gravity on the Yoshia spoon is, so yeah, you see the planet right behind there. It is just utterly gorgeous. So we've had the terror part of this stream, now we're entering the tranquility part. No steps echo through this looming spire save your own, but you nevertheless sense a presence above. And from what we know of Shadowbringers, these are all probably archives of some kind. It's just... I'll be honest, if I like had all the money in the world, I would absolutely get a room that looked a bit like this. It's just meant to kind of overwhelm anyone that enters it. And then use this as well. Like, oh, that's a beautiful little clock right there. Reminds me a lot of the ones that my grandparents have. And then here. This is Zodiac. And if you've ever played the game before, he has been talked about since day one. And for the first time, we see him in the flesh. Let's talk to the Watcher, shall we? So he's the one that stopped. Yeah, I will only resort to expelling if all else fails. Also, we are so tiny. what I like about this reveal so much is that you expect this to be the end of the expansion. You expect this to be the final, the grand finale. You expect this moment to be at level 89 when all the other quests have been done. And we've barely hit 83. There are still 7 more levels to go after this. You know, it makes you so immensely excited for what is going to come next. You must confront these those lost souls, yes, but you need not expel them by might of arms. A feather touch, a firm word, simple methods may send them away, faint echoes as they are. Where the strength of sentiment that drives them, however, emotions that do not fade even with the passing of centuries. And make haste, though yet distance, unwelcome guests draw near. I guess I'll just jump. Yeah, that works. Let me go out and just... Let me go and wait for my... No, wait, hang on, I can speed this up a bit. Not by much, but... Yeah, this just looks... I will also say this, they managed to make the moon look really beautiful in a haunting kind of way. Where, when, how long? Okay, let's go and speak with the Fated Spirit a bit more. Dreaming Spirit. Was it truly so long ago? It has been eons upon eons for them. It's such a weird idea that we're talking to like the people that have been, I guess, alive in a strange sense for literal hundreds of thousands of years. We were so happy, at peace with the star. We nurtured it, helped it grow with our will, our creations. Towards the first... I assume this is one of the broken pillars. Every saw a drop of blood flowing into its veins. The star flourished, as did we. Do I remember? Can't say I do. No. As the whispers die, the final spirit fades. No shadows of times long lost remain at this site. Oh my god, it's a doggo! Oh my god, look at that fluff ball. An unusually lustrous dog is gazing at you with what seems to be fond anticipation. Look at that lustrous doggo. Appears to be waiting for you to follow it. Look at that good little doggo. Follow the lustrous dog and try not to fall behind. Okay. I've quickly looked up how far this quest will go, because I know exactly where we're going to be ending it today, and it will be after the last bit of terror for today's stream. The worst part is, I might not remember the fight as good as I thought I would. Oh, there are... Oh, this is probably where... Oh, no. Oh, this is probably where a hunt is going to show up, isn't it? Or, wait, they're all... What? I don't... What? Why are they... Never mind. I'm trying to remember when the thing was, and it just... Or where the different mining things are, but I don't think there is one right there. The dog silently regards the spirit that lurks near the brand. Let's talk to him, shall we? We and the star were fulfilled. Wanted for not, mourned for not. So why? Why did it have to end? Oh, alright. You go in and be silent, then I'm gonna go out and do this. Goodbye. Kind of killing off the lingering grief. Let's speak to the temperamental spirit again, shall we? The injustice of duties and dreams left unfulfilled, the grief of unexpected partings. As the whispers die, the spirit fades. All is silent and still around the numbing brand. Let's approach the doggo once more. Although the doggo does seem to know me, but I don't think we've ever met the doggo before. Not that I mind. I mean, a happy doggo is a happy me. So this is probably how we move into the next area. And there we have a bunch of look like alien versions of the cacti that we've seen before. Oi! Not now, buddy. The dog silently regards the shadow that lurks near. Oi! Has nobody taught you that it's mean to go ahead and try and hit someone when they're looking at a cutscene? Stuck to the anguished spirit. Hello. Yeah, we meet again, Hyperlodays. It's nice that you can decide whether or not your character even remembers him. It's interesting that they were sleeping until we entered the moon. I never get tired of the piano rendition. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. That music doesn't sound good. Well, seems like we got all of 20 minutes thanks to Heidelin's intervention. Yeah, we've gotten all of a full 20 minutes thanks to Heidelin's intervention. So let's go ahead and continue on, shall we? Let's go ahead and talk to the doggo. The martyr. The dog growls, agitated. Cry havoc and let slip the dog of war. That's you, by the way. The dog knows as well as you know. You can feeling it wants you to hop on. Ride the dog. Yes, please. Southern Mara Lamentorium. I'm not if hang on, Southern? Wait, what? That looks like I'm kind of on the set, like that looks like Northern to me personally. Hello.
In the nick of time to savor the crowning triumph. Unbound and free at last. Arise, Zodiac!
This is bad. This is very bad.
Deprived of heart and will, by the loss of dearest Elidibus. A creature of pure instinct, wanting for guidance. But powerful, oh so powerful. More so with every passing moment. Such potential, even in this incomplete state. Still the savior who delivered a world from certain doom.
So, here we stand. You know my intent. Consume the god, then the world. Stoke your fury to a raging inferno, and dance among the ashes. Or perhaps you would face me here now.